Tiffany Henyard is back in the news, but a judge is blocking her appointments, which means that superseded her authority. Take a look and see what's happening out in these streets.
Starters, we paid a visit to Village Hall around 3 this afternoon, and I'm told Mayor Tiffany Henyard was not at work today. As for that court order, this is a major win for those trustees who have been up against Henyard for some time. A judge yesterday siding with 4 trustees by ruling that Henyard did not have the legal authority to make 3 recent appointments: a new police chief, village attorney, and village administrator, all of them given jobs by Henyard earlier this month. Trustees argue that she did so without their consent or approval, and that she did not have a quorum to start the meeting in the first place. The trustees' motion for a temporary restraining order also alleges bullying, retaliation, and violating the Open Meetings Act. Yesterday, Cook County Judge Thaddeus Wilson agreed.
The board has been absolutely fantastic in trying to keep the government operating. The people suffer, the employees
Look at this ghetto-ness.
while her reign of terror continues.
It's not a good feeling working in a hostile work environment. It's not a good feeling at all. And that verdict yesterday brings hope to the employees that now we can get back to doing things the correct way, decent and in order. I'm happy, and also I got calls from the residents, and they are happy as well.
Meanwhile, Mayor Henyard's personal attorney, Bo Brindley, is also responding this afternoon, saying in part, Mayor Henyard will appeal and the truth will come out, a truth that reveals a corrupt board of trustees trying to hijack the mayor's office through false statements and outright criminal conduct.
Hey, people be fighting for the office and these seats like they own company. They be fighting to control your tax dollars viciously. Viciously. Hey, ain't nothing gonna happen to Tiffany Henyard. She chilling. Cause Dolton is too small. And ain't enough waves to make. Ain't no money over there in Dolton. Ain't no big businesses. Ain't no resources. Ain't no point in sending no migrants over to Dolton. Dolton ain't good enough for the federal government to be paying attention to. They got to go get Eric Adams, baby. Anyways, that's what's happening over in Dolton. And speaking of Illinois, let's move over to Chicago. We got a mass shooting. Now, they're now labeling it as mass shootings, y'all. Over in Chicago at a recording studio.
A mass shooting on Chicago's northwest side sent 4 people to the hospital. This happened outside of a music recording studio in Old Irving Park.
Our Sade Gray is live at the scene. Sade?
Yeah, Jim and Marie, the shooting happened right outside of Fort Knox Studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found a shell casing on the sidewalk, the same sidewalk where 4 men were shot.
I thought the police were supposed to pick up the shell casings for evidence so that they can scrub them from fingerprints. Why is the news coming in the next morning and still finding shell casings? Anyways.
So we got a big old crime scene at the rep studio.
A large crime scene outside Fort Knox Studios where violence shattered a normally quiet neighborhood.
It was a lot more police presence than we've ever seen.
Initial calls from police described the attacks as a drive-by shooting.
There's probably 50 to 60 9mm rifle rounds, everything you can think of.
Chicago police tell us the shooting was just before 2:30 this morning. The 4 men, ranging in age from 20 to 25, were walking on the sidewalk near North Knox Avenue when a dark-colored sedan drove by. People in that car started shooting. One of the victims gave specific details about what he saw.
All we have is that this gentleman said that he was shooting a rap video. He's a videographer.
I wonder where they shoot country music videos and if they have drive-bys. I wonder if they shooting K-pop videos and they have drive-bys. I wonder if they doing blues music drive-bys. It's always the same people. And then they want to get mad at me and say, you don't report on the country music problems. Let's see. Rap video, rap studio, rap people. Chances are is black people. Cultural norms.
Walked out and he heard they shot about 30 to 40 shots. He doesn't know the make of the model, doesn't know who it is. He just said they went the length of the street and were just shooting, and he caught one in the neck.
Those men are now being treated at Illinois Masonic and are expected to recover from their injuries. The owner of the recording studio didn't want to be on camera, but told us the studio closes at 11 every night. But he has long-term tenants who have access to the building 24/7. The tenant and his guest were shot. He says the surveillance video that he can't share shows the suspects in a parked vehicle across the street. The group of men are walking on the sidewalk and the gunman opens fire. Those who work in the area say they've never had problems with the studio.
It's really safe here. Everyone's really cool with each other. Whatever happened, I don't think it was from anybody here.
Okay, Tran. Okay, big dog, you wait and see. We gonna show you what we do in the hood when we come out to your area. And then last but not least, another Illinois town. Shout out to Chicago. I've been kind of going light on y'all. Another type of Dolton town called Sauk Village, where the trustees and the mayor is getting into a scrap and a heated debate and a fight. Check it out.
More chaos in the south suburbs, fighting and threats in a village hall.
The tension, all captured on video last night, is tied to a financial probe in Sauk Village. Jermont Terry is live with the story you'll see only on CBS
money over
News
there
Chicago.
in Illinois.
Jermont.
Every little time.
Erica and Joe, it was a circus. That's how one village trustee describes what happened here inside council chambers at Village Hall. And depending on who you talk to, the face-to-face verbal threats centers around the lack of financial records and documents here at Village Hall. Take a look at what played out Tuesday night in Sauk Village. That's Village Clerk Marva Campbell Pruitt and Mayor Derek Burgess in a heated exchange right in the middle of a Board of Trustees meeting.
It just went north. I won't say it went south.
You got to get these extras and these boomers out of office.
Discuss. It's getting worse every week.
Village trustees Debbie Williams and Diane Sapp had a front row seat. They tell me the village meeting.
Now, listen. I'm not one to comment on appearances. Yes, I am. Oh, man, I don't want to do that. I just want to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep it moving. Let's get to it. Let's just get to it.
Meetings can get heated, but this week it got to a level they've never seen.
Why didn't you stop him?
The clerk grabbed the mayor's gavel after she made several requests for the mayor to stop pointing it at her. Out of frustration, she yanked it out of his hands, and threats were made.
I come here to take care of business. I don't come here to see the mayor and the clerk fighting with a weapon in their hand, and I'm right next to them.
The trustees tell us the mayor and clerk have been at odds because records are not showing up in the clerk's office. And when the clerk was outlining concerns during the meeting, you hear a voice yell from the crowd.
Excuse me, did you say something to me? Get your wife. Get your wife. Get your wife.
So when she responds to the mayor's wife, of course, that generates a reaction from him to protect his spouse, which is a natural reaction.
Yet trustees Williams and Sapp say all of this boils over as they're trying to protect the village's money.
We don't have the budgets, the audits, treasurer reports for 2 years.
They claim there's hundreds of thousands of misappropriated funds.
Hey, look at this. This is Sauk Village. And they got the Indian on there, the Indian logo, a Sauk Village, and you got a bunch of black people, old black people, going off on each other, fighting because the money is missing. Tell me where you've seen that story before. Sauk Village with an Indian logo and a bunch of black people, one older woman telling the older man to get your wife. They fighting, money is missing, and nobody is making sense of anything. I don't know how many examples that y'all got to see of this nonsense before y'all come to the conclusion that y'all don't want to be bothered anymore. Ain't y'all tired? Ain't you tired of seeing the same thing, the same people, the same incompetent leaders running these cities into the ground. Sauk Village might have to make a trip up to Sauk Village and see what's happening over there on those streets. Same old story, same thing over and over and over and over and over again.